Hello guys, welcome back to First Film TV, and today's tutorial we are talking about how we can highlight in Word documents in several ways. So stay tuned and let's see the different ways that we can highlight in Word documents. Let's get started. Open our Word document, and this is the text that we have in a Word document right now. Now, to perform control functions, you need to highlight your text, your document, whether entirely or a paragraph or even a word in the Word document. But we have several ways to use to highlight them. So now we want to see the several ways that we can use to highlight our text in Word document. So number one, we are using Ctrl A. So that's Ctrl plus A. That's number one that we can use. Now using Ctrl plus A, highlight the entire document. So this is a Ctrl plus A. Now let's see how we can use the Ctrl plus A. So now you can put your cursor at any place. Now performing the function is just go to your keyboard and click on Ctrl and plus A. This highlights the entire document for you. So this is the common one that we use, and we use this one when we are highlighting the entire document. That's it. So that's Ctrl plus A. Now let's see the other ways that we can use to highlight our text. Now if you want to highlight a word, let's take for example this is network. Now if you want to highlight only network either by copy or by cut, you just need to double click on it. So now this is double clicking. Very good. So now you need to perform double clicking on that particular word that you want to highlight. Now let's perform those functions and see. So now let me go to network. Now if I double click on network, it has to highlight it for me. That's another way you can highlight, not to highlight the entire document, but highlight a portion of the document that you are using, just a word. Need to double click on it. Now let me click somewhere and also double click on topology. So now when you double click on topology, it will highlight a topology for you. That's simple as that. That's our second method, which is using double clicking on any word that you want to highlight or select. Now let's go to our number 3 on this tutorial. Number 3 is we want to just highlight a paragraph. We don't need to highlight the entire document. We don't need to highlight a word, but we need a paragraph. Now, if you need a paragraph, then we triple clicking. This is what you need. You need to click on the paragraph that you want to select 3 times. So now let's see, we want to take this paragraph and we just highlight it. So what I need to do is to triple clicking on the paragraph and it will be selected for me. 1, 2, 3, everything will be selected for you. Now let's try to highlight a different paragraph as well. Yes, come to the third paragraph, which is the network topologies can be sketched out on paper. Let's use that one as well. So when you click on it 3 times, it will select the paragraph for you. So number 1 is to highlight the entire document. Number 2 is to highlight a word by double clicking. But if you need to highlight a paragraph, then you need to triple clicking on the paragraph and it will be highlighted for you. Now let's go to the fourth method that we can use to highlight. Shift, as simple as that. Shift plus end. That's as simple as that. So shift plus end. Now let's see how we can apply this. Now you need to put your cursor at where you want to start highlighting from, and it's very important. Now you put your hand on the shift, then you go to the end, which is the arrow key, and that one gives you a specific area. So if you want to highlight a line, you just take your time and you highlight it this way, and it will keep highlighting for you, as simple as that. If you want to change the direction of the highlighting, then you need to use shift plus home, and that one also comes with the opposite way. So shift plus home, let's go and do it as here. So now you can put your cursor as down here because we want to highlight to the top. So now the shift plus N is highlighting from the top to the down, but a shift plus home is highlighting from the down to top. So shift plus home give us exact solely highlighting from down to top. And this is the fifth method that we are using to highlight our text. This gives you a specific highlight. Now, the last two methods that we can talk about is shift plus page up. Now we'll see the key, which is the arrow key that goes up. So page up. And this is another key. Now if you want to use the page up key, then what you have to do is to highlight from the down to the top with all the speed that you want. And this is shift plus page up, which is the up arrow key. So I put my cursor here, shift page up, and you see it highlights more than using the end and the home. Now the last one for this tutorial that we want to know is using the shift plus page down. Shift plus page down. So this is simple as that. So let's go shift plus page down. So this is the page down. Simple as this. And using this one, it means that you are highlighting from the top to the down. So putting your cursor here, shift page down, give a speed highlighting for your document, and as simple as that. So for now we have learned 7 ways of highlighting a text. Number 1 is using a Ctrl A, which highlights all the document. Number 2 is to highlight a word, which is double clicking on that particular word and it will be highlighted. And the next one is triple clicking, highlighting a paragraph, then using Shift N, also highlighting from a line or a text that you need with specifics. Then the next one is using shift home, and the shift home give us highlighting from the down to the top with specifics. And the last part one is highlighting by using the shift plus page up, which highlighting with the speed from down to up. And the last one is shift plus page down, which highlighting from the top to down with all speed. So this is the end of our tutorial. Stay tuned. This is Force Volume TV.